Hello ladies and gentlemen, Panzer here, and welcome back to Crossout. And today, I've got a big, heavy build for you. Now, we're not on the promo account today, so this is my own account, and what I've actually built here is a sort of heavy, kind of tanky build. This is a 4,000 power score vehicle, and it's armed with a turreted 76mm and a couple of medium machine guns. Now, its primary firepower is to the front, where its medium machine guns are able to actually hit a fairly wide angle, actually, because they are mounted very far forward on the cabin. Now, I've mounted them on the cabin specifically so that they are not able to be blown off so easily. And they are our sort of primary firepower. The secondary weapon is, of course, that turreted 76, which I don't know if this is something that was changed during the patch or whether it's always been this way, but it is actually surprisingly a lot more accurate now on the move. So, well, that's a very clear miss there, but we're still able to hit things with a rather acceptable degree of accuracy. Most of the time, so that's quite good. I also have put 2 expanded ammo packs on the chassis there, hidden away underneath the cannon, so of course if the center of the vehicle gets blown up, then we lose the cannon and the ammo, but it should save the vehicle from the majority of damage, hopefully. There is one very vital flaw in this design, however. Nestled underneath there, I think you can just barely see it, there is a hazardous generator. Now, the reason I put it there is because, firstly, it's very hard to see, and it is actually protected by the half-barrel hit points there. So, any hits we take in the side, we would immediately have to turn away from the source of danger, keeping the front towards the enemy at all times. So, this is a rear-line vehicle. I can't stress that enough. If you want to use a vehicle like this, you have to be somewhere near the back and as far away from the front line as possible. Possibly sniping up on a hill, you do have a decent amount of gun depression, so you are able to actually make use of that. Now, this is a throwback, of course, to a design I made a while back with cannons and a truck cabin, and this is really no different. But part of the reason I'm in test drive at the moment, I also want to explain something that I've just noticed has changed since the patch. Now, this hasn't always been the case, but previously, when you hit the spacebar, any non-steering wheels would immediately lock up, allowing you to do drifts and the sort. However, you'll notice it has applied the brakes on all of the wheels instead. So, non-steering wheels are affected by that. As you can see, we are dragging the non-steering wheels at the back there. But it does appear that it affects steering wheels now too. Now, I need all of you down in the comments, if you are playing this game, to go and test this out for yourself and see if steering wheels themselves also do lock up, because I have noticed it does apply a braking effect on non-steering wheels too. But please, please go and test that out for me and let me know if that is what's happening to you as well. But for now, let's get on with it and see how this vehicle performs. Alright, here we go, and let's head over to possibly one of the longer range ones. Now, as I was spectating the match earlier before this one began, I didn't see anybody with pyre launchers or any rockets, which seems to be the one weakness of this vehicle, is that rockets and explosives in general can be very dangerous. I did see a lot of cannon-armed opponents though, so we're going to be very, very careful here about how exactly we engage. So just rolling up to the side here, seeing if Chimelu over here spots anything. We do have a ramming vehicle, Frag Bob over there with his explosive spears, looking for an opening. So we're going to come around here and see if we can sneak up on any enemies that happen to come around. Now, I'm just trying to keep the front towards the enemy. The 2 fence pieces up front aren't the best source of armor, but they do actually reduce damage very significantly, as we've seen before. So while they probably stay on for just a single hit, they will help to protect the cabin from the majority of that damage. So provided we don't get hit by too many repeated strikes, we should be okay. Alright, let's sneak over into the base now. Either they're camping the base or they're far off into the middle of the map now. But either way, let's try and snag some of those capture points. Just very carefully getting into the cap now. So, gonna just reduce the cap just a little bit and then pop up over here, see if we can spot any enemies. There looks to be one over there. Let's try and range it with a little bit of the machine gun fire. Let the accuracy sink in a little bit, and there's the shot. Very, very close. Just fell a little bit short there. And Jamelu over there seems to have engaged something over in this little corner here. It's Hofod. He's on fire. Doesn't appear to be anybody else left, unfortunately. There is somebody going into the cap over there. I wonder if I can get a shot over to him. But with only 30 seconds left on the clock, there doesn't appear to be much going on, unfortunately. We have positioned ourselves so well, in fact, that there doesn't appear to be anyone left. So, of course, trying to range at this distance. We don't have a sighting visor on this vehicle, which is a bit of a downside. But that is the main trade-off of having something that allows... Oh, well, there's a game. Yeah, so I was saying before, the energy requirement of putting a sighting visor onto the vehicle would have not allowed me to put the turret at 76. Now, the choices I did have with the turret at 76 and the fixed 88, actually, and the 88 does slightly more damage. However, the only reason I didn't go for that is because this vehicle is wheeled and not tracked, because I wanted the extra mobility. So we would often find ourselves in positions where we cannot fire. Let's just wait for this guy to come around. That's a good shot onto his cabin there. It's a good hit. Got the kill assist at least. And a demolition bonus for that as well. So, yeah, the main problem being that if we were to do that, we would have situations such as this right now, where we need to quickly turn around. And a fixed cannon would definitely make it a lot harder to do maneuvers like that and still be effective. Now, just going to try and get a shot onto this guy here. That's a good hit onto his side. Alright, there's a guy over there with what appears to be a 100mm cannon, or a mammoth, actually. That is a mammoth cannon right there. So, just pummeling away at him from the front. He's missed his second shot there. Got about 3 good hits on him so far. We're going to fire again. No, didn't get a chance to. That is an absolute beast of a cannon there. But we have exposed his front entirely now. But it doesn't look like we've got a good chance at winning this, unfortunately. With only 2 players left, the majority of them all up in the... Yeah, it looks like unless they can hold them here, we are very much screwed. And that really doesn't look like it's going to happen, unfortunately. Alex Mania, they're taking a huge amount of punishment from the cannon fire. Now, of course, one of the main advantages of running a vehicle that's this large with this many parts on it, it's really just comes down to just how much structure points you have. Now, of course, it is much better in a hold-down sniping position, such as right here. Just peek over right here and get a couple of shots. There's somebody peeking over now. Is he coming all the way over? There we go. And I've completely missed. But we still got our machine guns poking over, so we can still put a little bit of fire on them. Just trying to keep an eye out over there. We have somebody directly behind us. And we have lost our rear armor completely there. So just trying to get the cannon on target. Completely missed. Unfortunate there. Right, let's duck behind this corner and try to turn ourselves around. We do not want to be as exposed as we are right now. There's the front back out again. Now let's try to get around these guys over here. Really just trying to be very, very careful. The bots are crashing into each other. Now that's a good hit on Hofard over there. Let's see if we can get another shot in. No, that shot definitely missed. I think we're just firing in between the train carriages here. And there's a shot there. And we have taken a nasty hit to the front. It's knocked off one of our wheels. We lost about 400 points there as well. We are capping the base though, so that's going to be quite good on our side of things, but just trying to stop them from coming back to retaliate. Alright, it looks like some of them have gone to our base, so since we are closer to that, it makes more sense for us to go over there and try to stop that from happening. I'm going to go for the less direct route in this case. Just trying to see who's on our cap here. I don't see anybody yet. There they are. Well, that's a good shot. It's a... Oh my god. That's an instant kill there. That seems to have taken care of the cap anyway, but it does look like this match may end sooner than I thought, because I'm all the way over here, and there's 3 of them in between me and the enemy cap. Oh, and there's the first one. It's the guy with the mammoth cannon. Oh, that's a straight shot to the cabin. But I don't think I'm going to survive this. It's 2v1, and with 5 seconds left to go, that is well and truly the match over, I think. Alright, last match, and hopefully we can kind of repeat that success. Now, we did have a bit of success the last one when we were going this way, when I don't know if I recorded that one. Come to think of it, I'm very forgetful, and I don't really know what happened. But either way, there's the team. Put some shots over there, try to attract them over this way. Pull them back towards the group here so that they can stay away from the cap. That seems to be an actually decent strategy. There's the melee guy going over that way. Alright, we've attracted a lot of attention on this side now. Let's just try and lure them out a little bit more. Okay, that's DeGriffo there. He's trapped in. He does have a very nasty set of chainsaws on the front there. And he has caught on to us very, very well. Hopefully there is nobody on my right side. He's really making a mess of us now. And that shot missed when it really, really didn't need to. Absolutely messing us up now. Can't seem to get the cannon on target. And that's a bit unfortunate there. Alright, one more go at it, and let's see how we do. Now, I'm experiencing some pretty severe lag at the moment, which is not helping our situation one bit. That's one of the biggest problems right now with the closed beta test, of course, is that the servers, I believe, are located in Russia, which introduces a lot more severe lag than you would in other parts of the world. And such is the way of things at the moment. So the cannon before was really lagging out, not able to get on target at all, and anytime I fired, of course, it was really, really hard to predict where the shell would go. And one thing about the game modes as well that I've noticed is that last game mode, even though we were on the cap at the end of it, we still lost that one because we had less vehicles, and I don't know if I entirely agree with the way that works, because even the time ran out when we were already capping, so in theory it should be a situation where we should be winning that if we're already on cap, because given enough seconds, we would have capped out anyway. So it really just comes down to the way the game mode is currently being played, and it's not something I entirely agree with. Oh, let's just miss that one there as well. Because in the end, if you think about it, the vehicles can only cap at a fixed rate, and if they're not able to cap in time, then it goes to the other team, and I don't know if that makes much sense. If that team is, well, if the team capping happens to be smaller, then they just simply lose. That really doesn't sit right with me. Alright, so looking at this, it's still fairly evenly matched, although we have capped a little bit of their base. But with a minute left to go, I don't think that one bot is going to win it for them. We haven't got any kills. We've got some damage done, though. Should help with a little bit of those assists, but otherwise, yeah, it's not really going to be a very good match to end this on. Of course, trying to snipe at this range. Not exactly the best right now. We do have the ammo to waste, but yeah, being that we don't have a sighting visor, it is a bit difficult. They are in machine gun range, however. Oh, that was a splash hit. Well, let's try and get the kill anyway. There we go. And I'm afraid that's all we have time for today. This vehicle doesn't have a name, really. I've just been calling it sort of the... Well, initially it started off as a dump truck, and then I moved the steering wheels to the front instead of having the double axle at the back. So I don't really know what this is. So suggest a name down in the comments below. If you've watched this far, thank you very much for watching. And if you've enjoyed this video, and if you're enjoying the Crossout series, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget, there is actually a playlist for the series. I have actually been linking it in the description below, but I don't know if anybody even knows it's there. If you have missed an episode, or if you're not sure, go and check the playlist, because there's a bunch of episodes in there that I think maybe some people haven't seen yet. So go and have a look at that. And let me know which is your favourite one in the series so far. And if you have any suggestions of anything you'd like to see me try and build, don't forget to leave that down in the comments below as well. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. My name is Panzer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.